Hello everyone. What I have for you all is a 30-minute, it's a little over 30 minutes, an online PowerPoint with my voiceover, but I wanted to come on first and for you to be able to see my face. This is a culmination of several different workshops that I've done and talks that I've done. One talk was called Decluttering Stress and Refocusing Your Life. I did that as a joint venture with one of my great friends and colleagues, Abby Brassfield, who specializes in Young Living essential oils. So we combined essential oils with them. Another one of the workshops that I did was Connecting to Your Core and Learning How to Flourish. So that really embodied this concept of strengthening our physical core as well as our mental and emotional cores and spiritual cores. And then the last one was the spring equinox, so stepping into our unstoppable power. So really taking the spring season, shedding the heaviness of the winter, and coming into the newness and the rebirth of spring. So the workshop, this presentation, PowerPoint, whatever you want to call it, it's a little over 30 minutes. It is chock full of questions for you to contemplate and really journal and own. It is chock full of action steps. And so what I would like for you to do, grab a pen, grab a sheet of paper or your favorite journal, cozy up, get some tea if you want. Really allow this to be your time to claim and just take some time for yourself. One of the things that's so powerful about the workshops is that when we step away from kind of the day-to-day, which we can't do all the time, but when we honor that it's important to love and to take care of ourselves, then we really can show up more powerfully for those around us. Okay, so for those that you serve in your career, for your family, for your friends, for anyone, for the world. Okay, so when we stop and we pause and we take a little time for us and we regenerate ourselves, then amazing, powerful things come. So please, when you're ready, watch this, enjoy it, soak it in, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. If there's any way that I can assist you more, my website and my email address will be listed. So thank you. Enjoy. Hello everyone. I wanted to go ahead and get started. So this is a free offering that I have because I've done several workshops lately, and this is for my online audience, but for also those of you who couldn't come, to give you some tips, some pointers. The workshops are really fantastic because I include a lot of journaling, a lot of art, a lot of time, a lot of yoga and guided meditations. And so when we start physically embodying some of these techniques, it's really powerful. But this will be a fantastic starting place. So owning your unstoppable power, breaking free of pain, suffering, stress, and negative lifestyles is the easy way. So let's start. Does this sound like you? Do you have dreams, desires, they may even just be goals that just don't seem to amount to anything, or they're not coming along as fast as you would like? Some examples would be like trying to create a new exercise routine or a healthy eating habit, trying to create new habits in the day or even organization in your day to have less stress, especially for those of us who are mothers or, working and juggling a lot of responsibilities at one time. Sometimes it can just feel hopeless, like there's just too much to do, not enough time in the day. Lacking energy and motivation. Can't get, maybe you can get started, but then you lose steam after a few weeks. Or there are just not enough hours in the day, like I said before. Who said that one, right? If I felt better, then maybe I could get going with some of this stuff, but I'm dealing with too much pain, so I can't really exercise right now, or, I just don't have enough time to make any improvements or even to declutter or de-stress my life. These are all thoughts and habits, and they are, I'm here to tell you right now, they can be worked with and changed. Another thing is feeling weak or stuck, incapable, or just not strong enough to make changes in our life right now. Everybody kind of goes through these slumps, right? And have you ever had a day where you're like, I just can't seem to get it together? I don't even want to make any positive moves. I'm just not feeling good. When we're feeling in this place, it's hard to be able to look at our dreams and goals and desires and actually get somewhere with them. And what I'm talking about really can relate to any core areas of life, such as relationships, such as your spirituality, such as your emotional health, your nutrition, your career, your finances. Family falls into relationships. So it can encompass really anything. It's unique to you. So what are the keys to success? In order to have success and really claim unstoppable power and claim all that you might be desiring in your heart and in your mind and that you're passionate about, you need support, you need accountability, and you need the right system. And the other thing that you need, I think that's the most imperative, is you need time. Okay, so we kind of get these crazy ideas going in our head that we should have been able to accomplish everything we wanted yesterday. And I'm laughing because I know I'm completely like that. But that's not always really the case. Sometimes we need time. Like if you think of a garden, okay, you don't just plant the seed, water it, and then a day later you get to eat the vegetable or the piece of fruit. Okay, it takes time. You have to cultivate it. You have to nurture it. The other thing is we need each and every one of us to have focused, goal-oriented action. We live in a high-fact society. We know exactly what to do. A lot of times we just do not know how to go about executing it, okay? High fact, meaning there's a lot of education, there's a lot of opportunity for us to learn, to really embrace and kind of gather just information quick. That's fantastic. But the problem is that majority of us are being spewed this information thanks to the advances of the internet, but then we're not really acting on it. Okay? So my signature system, core, owning your unstoppable power, is one way for you to step into all that you desire. How did I get here? It's kind of a combination for me of a personal and a professional journey. I received my doctorate of physical therapy. I knew that I always wanted to help others to heal in some way, shape, or form. When I started in my journey as physical therapy, I was working in a busy, beautiful, holistic outpatient physical therapy center. And there were many things that I really loved about it, but I had not really been taught how to care for myself as I was caring for others. And so I didn't really have a lot of great coping strategies. My coping strategies were kind of like shopping and being extra social, and I tend to be an introvert. I need a lot of time for myself, to kind of regroup and re-energize, and I didn't know that at the time. So I was getting sick. I feel like I was averaging like a sickness every month. It seemed like I was really stressed. I was fantastic at what I was doing. I was learning a lot and really enjoying it, but I was taking care of other people, and I had no clue how to take care of myself. So I was feeling depleted. I was feeling drained. And so with that, I kind of started to explore how to make a change, because I was like, I'm young in my career. I don't want to burn out. I knew there had to be more in life than the way that I was living it. Okay. And for me, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, we can claim more of what our heart and our soul really desires. We can be called up to something higher. I believe that. I believe all of us are whole and that we are here for a fantastic purpose to love and to live joyfully and to take our lessons. So not just living a life of positivity where there's nothing bad that happens, but to really take our lessons and to own them and to step up to just being powerful contributors to our family, to our friends, to our community, to the world. So along that kind of personal journey, I started, experimenting and learning, right? High fact society. I was learning a lot about nutrition and movement and spirituality and emotional health. And I decided to find a very specific and important program to become a certified yoga instructor. It was a little bit over a year-long program, and it just really embodied a lot of concepts of mind, body, spirit, which is something I've always been interested in. And that really began to shape how I practice as a physical therapist, but also how I practiced in my own personal life. Not just yoga, but just lifestyle changes. And then from there, I still kind of felt like I needed a little bit more. And I ended up more recently becoming certified as a wellness coach. And I kind of say like wellness and life coach and with a holistic focus, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. And our wellness really envelopes all aspects of our life. And coaching, I found for me, I'm really interested in the root causes of why we don't feel whole and how we can start claiming becoming whole. So coaching for me was really that incredible system, again, not just for my own personal health and wellness, but that I really wanted to share with my clients. So the signature system that really has come out of a lot of these workshops and my work as a physical therapist and yoga instructor and coach is what I call core. Okay, so owning your unstoppable power. In order to own our unstoppable power, we need to have a strong core. Okay, and this can be physically. So I specifically work in an arena called pelvic health. So having core stability of our back, of our hips, of our legs, of our shoulders, of our spine is really important. So having physical core strength, but also mental stability of our core, spiritual stability of our core. And so the way that we can do that is by connecting physically, but also mentally and spiritually. Connect to our power, connect to what we want, what is stirring in us that we really desire. And then in order to get somewhere with that, right? Because that's great information. We kind of all know some of that, but how do we overcome it? How do we overcome those obstacles? What is standing in the way? Can we identify that? Once we've identified it, we need to refocus. We need to get clear how to get from point A to point B. Again, we live in a high fact society. So we have lots of information. We know exactly what we want, but how do we get there? Okay, and then E, we need to emerge, we need to energize, we need to claim it, we need to move, we need to create action. And in yoga, for example, we build heat, energy to sustain, so you actually can make a change. And again, remember, that takes time. So let's start with the first piece of that core, okay? So connect, C, identifying the need to make space. What has cluttered your life? I want you to think about that. Get out your journal. What has cluttered your life? What has cluttered your space, such as your home? Specifically, your closets, drawers, pantries, car, your wallet, your purse, your workspace, the amount of books that you have. Think about the spaces that you are in during the day and are they cluttered? Okay, it could be with paper, it could be with things. When there is not enough room physically, mentally, emotionally in our life, then we cannot invite anything new in until we make room for it. Okay, so that's why we're talking about this. What has cluttered our space? Another thing, and this is a little bit more challenging to think about and kind of need, a lot of times people need guidance in this way, but what has cluttered our mind? So what are the thoughts that are taking over the day? Is there negativity really, or judgment or guilt that is just really clouding everything? And it could be in a moment, it could be, the whole day, it could be a whole week or year. Are there relationships that are no longer serving you, that are hurting us, that we might identify that we need to maybe adjust in certain ways? And then there just simply could be habits. Again, this kind of goes along with that, thoughts and negativity. What are we engaging in? What is our mind engaging in during the day? Another thing is addictive patterns. So Facebook, sugar, gossip, TV, alcohol, shopping. There's tons and tons of little addictive patterns that we can have, that sometimes we really enjoy these. And it's not that they're necessarily, again, bad, okay? It's just we need to get clear on how to make space. If you came into this workshop, this online workshop, and you're like, ooh, yeah, I'm ready to kind of break free of some of the things that have been stopping me, and I'm really ready to claim something new, well, then we need to identify what is cluttering your life. Okay, so now I want you to journal about this. If you need to, hit pause. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, really just allow your body to soften and to relax. Let any tension in the muscles that's there. And do this a few more times, taking a nice deep breath in all the way. And then gently exhaling. Letting go of any tension. Clearing your mind. And doing this one more time, inhaling and then exhaling. And just simply sit here and journal and think about what has been cluttering your life. What are you ready to let go of and to make space for? The next thing is, again, connecting into what do you want to invite in. So now that you figured out what to let go of, what are you ready to invite into your life? What are your current deepest desires? What are your goals? What is your soul stirring? What are you being called to do that you might be a little bit nervous about it, or not really sure if you can have that yet, but what's coming up for you? Our thoughts do give a rise to our experience. So, like I said, we want to clear the clutter like we talked about in the last slide so that our thoughts are not so negative and preventing us from success. We want our thoughts to be in the positive, as if we are tending a garden of our goals. Okay? What would you like to focus on? What is calling for your attention and your nurturing? Some examples might be travel, better health, improved nutrition, reducing pain or emotional suffering, improved sleep, might be more creativity or beauty in your life, might be increased financial support, might be a career change, relationships. Again, what I'd like for you to do is take some time, journal about it, pause this if you need to, take a deep breath and let everything come to the surface. Now that you've completed that step, let's step into the next piece of core. So that's overcome. What is standing in your way? We all want change, right? Let's really think about this. We really all want change. But there's also a part of our brain, and it's called our primitive part of our brain, that is super uncertain about change. And it's like, I don't know about that. It can come from our own resistance, meaning, I'm not sure. It could screw something up. Or it might be resistance from somebody around us. Let's say, for example, you decided to start carrying salads for lunch when you used to eat, a soda and an apple every day for lunch. You started carrying salads. People might joke you. And that could kind of create some emotional resistance, and you might really just want to go back to the way things were so that people stop joking on you because it doesn't feel good. Okay? So we want to identify what is standing in our way. So revisit your clutter list and your goal list. And I would like for you to answer the following questions. Are there any negative reasons that you might not want to reach your blank goal? Okay, so you fill in the blank of your goal. And I just want to say here that for some of you, you might have one desire or goal. For others of you, you might have like 10 or 15. You want to kind of keep it to 1 to 3 if you can, okay? And so answer this for each of the questions. Are there any negative reasons that I might not want to reach this goal? Now, at first, this question sounds kind of silly, right? Because it's like, well, if I have a desire, then of course I want to reach it. But think about what I was just describing to you about the thing with lunch. Another example would be, let's say somebody is wanting to improve their nutrition, which will improve their health, maybe lower their blood pressure, maybe reduce inflammation and pain. But that was going to mean, maybe they think that's going to mean more time cooking. And it already stresses them out, and they already don't have enough time, and so it's like, oh, forget it. That's a negative reason. It might stand in your way. Then I want you to think about, after you've done that, again, pause the video when you need to, okay? What are the positive reasons for reaching the goal? What is going to unfold in your life when you reach it? An example of this is if I eat well, if all of a sudden I'm going to sleep better, I'm finally going to have a loving relationship, I might even lose some weight, and I'll be able to run a marathon. I see myself smiling. What are those things? So we have to identify what's standing in the way in order to allow ourselves to understand what's going to unfold. So pause this if you need to, journal about it, let it all out, okay? Also about overcome. One of the things I talked about in the beginning is that the workshops are so powerful because we are involved in physical action, okay? So that might be yoga, that might be meditation, that's journaling is one way, and you're doing this today. Art is another expression of this. And so I want to invite you to bring in some physical movement to create space. One way you can do this is a breathing technique. Inhaling newness, okay? Inhaling positivity, inhaling all that you desire. And every time you exhale, let go of all that you no longer want. Let go of worry, let go of fear, let go of frustration, let go of judgment, let go of guilt. And do this technique for about 5 minutes, okay? At your own pace, a full inhalation and a full exhalation. That's one way to take physical action and to physically create space and energy in your body, okay? So that you can step into what you want. Another thing is walking or just exercising. It could be at the gym, it could be in your bedroom, it could be outside in nature. Outside in nature, by the way, is researched and proven one of the best ways to create space in our neuromuscular system, okay, in our brain, so that we really can begin to achieve what we want. Have an intention with this. So make the intention, set it for creating space, for allowing something new to come into your life. Move your body. It's really important. Sweat is a way to release toxins. Super important. And then finally, another option is to pick something and clear the clutter. Now, I'm going to say this first. Make sure that you choose something that's actually achievable, okay? I'm going to go and clear out all the clutter in my attic or my garage is probably not achievable for most of us who are super busy, okay? So it might be start with your purse, start with your wallet, start with a drawer, start with half of the closet, okay? Make something attainable and have it something again with intention. So for example, if you're trying to improve your financial abundance, pick your wallet, okay? Pick something that's relatable to what it is that you desire in your life. Next, let's go continuing with the core model of stepping into your unstoppable power. Refocus. So let me help you get super clear on going from weak to empowered. So I've already given you one thing in the last slide of physical movement, embodied action. And actually, I've given you several things because we're also journaling, okay? But also create action. So now what I want you to do is I want you to look at your goal list. What are 1 to 3 things that you can commit to today to start stepping into the goal that you want? So again, for example, if you're trying to improve your health and nutrition, reduce diabetes, reduce blood pressure, lose weight, whatever that might be, let's say you set an action step for yourself of 3 days a week, I'm going to have a salad for lunch. Or, for example, 2 days a week, I'm going to make a smoothie for breakfast that has veggies and fruits and, good fats in it. Or 1 day a week, I'm going to stop eating out for lunch or dinner. Okay, that's an example of that. And I tend today, I'll say this too, I kind of tend to be sticking with food and nutrition goals, but really and truly when I am working with clients, it's not really just about food and nutrition. A lot of times it's about loving ourselves and stepping into empowered careers and really claiming all that we are. So don't get too hooked up on, just the nutrition, okay? Your goal is unique to you. I'm going to give you some clues on this. Your action steps that you create must feel doable and enjoyable. You have to pick something small and keep track of it, okay? So make sure that you can attain it. You don't want to say, I'm going to start budgeting and putting all of my receipts in every single day into the computer, because are you really going to do that? Does your lifestyle really allow for that? If it doesn't, then don't pick it, because when we pick things that are too hard and we fail, then we just go, that didn't work, let me stop, and then we just give up, okay? I also want you to be prepared. Answer the question about this. What things might get in your way of achieving these steps? So again, this goes back to sabotage. What are the things that might creep up to prevent you from having what you want? Because I will tell you it will be there. And so we want to be prepared for it. Okay, continuing with refocusing. Let's get clear on going from weak to empowered. What I'd like for you to do is I want you to close your eyes. Think about the goals, the top 1 to 3 that you've set for yourself, and I want you to visualize that you already have all that you desire. You've already stepped into it, okay? So it's 3 months from now. That's how long my programs are, 3 months with my clients, but we'll say it's 3 months from now. Step fully into what you want to achieve. Take some deep breaths in and out. Sit up nice and tall. With your eyes closed, who are you around? What are the smells around you? What are the colors around you? Is it warm? Is there a cool breeze? What are you wearing? If you don't know all the answers to this, that's okay. Just stay with the visualization that you already have what you desire. Are you smiling? Are you laughing? Are you strong and sturdy? What's occurring right now? What's going on around you? How are you feeling? What are the emotions that you have? Are you happy? Are you joyous? Are you courageous? Hold on to this and know that you can come back to it at any time. This visualization technique is really important. I want you to claim it and feel the success in your body, okay? Because it's real, and when you feel it, you'll be able to achieve it more quickly. So the last step of core of owning our unstoppable power is emerge, energizing ourselves for unstoppable power. So some of you might be saying, I'm feeling actually pretty empowered right now, and I hope that you are. That is my whole purpose of putting this together for my beloved audience. But I want you all to remember that in order to create new habits, we need several things. Number 1, time. Again, it takes at least 3 months to create a new habit for most people. Okay, that's been proven. We also need the right sort of support, okay? So who's around you that's really supporting you and moving you forward, not just holding you back or coddling you, okay? Neither one are good. We also need accountability to our actions, and we need the right sort of system to move us forward in order to energize ourselves. And I want to prove and really hone this in today. You can experience lasting results. Whatever it is you've written down on your paper today for your goals, you can have those. You can step into it even more. I promise you, and I believe in you. Okay, because I know in my heart that we are all here to be whole. So in order to energize yourself for unstoppable power, I have a few action steps that you can do here. I want you to continue deep breathing, inhaling the new, inhaling positivity, inhaling your goals, and exhaling, releasing resistance, release frustration, resist anxiety, release worry, guilt, all of it. Another thing would be moving your body. Moving your body, dance. It doesn't have to be exercise. You don't have to go to the gym. Cleaning the house, clearing your clutter, that's moving your body. Like I said, dancing is one of them. Stepping outside into nature, getting into the garden, planting something, that's moving your body. That's energizing you into unstoppable power, and it trips your brain from thinking about, what's not going well to thinking about, ooh, life is fantastic and beautiful. Another option is choose a power statement and put it somewhere that you can see it, okay? So like a power statement would be, I am strong and courageous and, financially abundant, or I have a loving, healthy, nurturing relationship, or, my body is strong and capable and free of pain. Okay, whatever that power statement may be, write it down, keep it visible so that you can keep seeing it. Another option is create an art project. So take your goals, get a clean sheet of paper or, whatever you would like, and like create art around it, okay? And then put that up somewhere. One of the things that I ask a lot of my clients to do is to engage in this process. And they love it because over time they look back at it and they're like, oh my gosh, first of all, that was so beautiful and fun, and how important it is for us to have fun. A lot of times fun is not in our day, but a lot of times then they revisit it and they're like, oh my gosh, I've achieved these things and it wasn't that hard. It's really beautiful. I had one client who even got her child involved, and they were using like glitter and glue, and they made it like a 3D kind of art experience, and it was just such a beautiful joy, and we need more of that in our lives. Another option to energize yourself to unstoppable power is stand in a power stance. Take your feet, just go ahead and stand up. Take your feet hip width apart. Take your arms on your hips, okay? Hands and fists, arms on your hips. Allow your heart to open and your chest to be nice and wide, and allow your spine to be long. And for 2 minutes, stand here and just smile, breathe, look in the mirror, claim your power. It helps you energize power, okay? It's really important. And then the last thing I want to offer to you all, if you're interested in today, is join me. Join me for a one-on-one, 1 hour, powerful phone conversation to discover if CORE, Owning Your Unstoppable Power, my 3-month signature coaching system, is right for you. I want to offer you all this today for $40. This is over $100 value. And it is something that I just am very passionate about, being able to hold the vision for you and really give you the right support and accountability to reach the goals that you desire. During this 1 hour conversation, we're going to be looking at your unique desires, okay? Your unique needs. We're going to be looking at what is slowing you down, what is holding you back, what is preventing you from having success that you want, and then creating at least one action step to move you forward quickly. Plus, we'll determine if the 3-month program will allow you to meet your big goals. Okay? One of the things I want to bring up too is that we have common mistakes that are going to derail our success if we're not careful. If you are thinking right now, I know that I should be able to do this on my own, I don't need any help, I mean, why should I want you to ask yourself an important question. Has that worked for you in the past? If it didn't, then consider contacting me or consider re-looking at this video over and over again. The other question is, how long did it take for you to see results? Because if it took a long time and you're ready to make that happen more quickly, then consider a coaching program. Consider accountability from a friend, a partner. Consider doing some of these action steps that I've laid out for you today. And I want to remind you too, a common mistake is that we typically know exactly what we need to do. Living on that high fact, high education diet, we just get super lost, or we get bored, or we feel like a failure and we give up because we don't know how to get there and how to get there effectively. So please do not let these mistakes trip you up any longer, because they don't need to. I'm here to tell you, they do not need to. I want you to open up to the possibility that this time really and truly can be different for you. If there's something that hasn't worked for you as far as reaching your goals in the past, it doesn't have to be that way anymore. I promise you, I know that it sounds wild. I have seen my clients go through some of the most amazing transformations, and I had an experience yesterday where I was speaking to a person that I didn't even realize was friends with one of my past clients. And she started talking about my client, again, not knowing that we were connected. And she said, oh my gosh, this person, I just want to be so much more like them. I mean, they went from, just not really being able to kind of get things together to like just so powerful and really moving forward in their life and like claiming what they want to have and manifesting and setting intentions and really claiming a lot of stuff. And they were like, oh, I want that so badly. And I just was smiling in my heart, knowing that all of that had occurred since this client decided to go and engage in the 3-month program. Coaching has made a massive impact in my life, and I've seen it do the same with clients. And so I just invite you, if you would like, I'm going to leave my information. My website is Sara, S-A-R-A, Smith Wellness.com. So that's sarasmithwellness.com. And my email address is sarah@sarasmithwellness.com. It's Sara without an H. If you put an H in there, it unfortunately won't work. I'll also put the link at the bottom of the page. But I love you all. I do want you to know that this is something that I'm very passionate about, and that you can have all that you want. So have a wonderful rest of your day. And come back and visit this anytime you need.